I remember in the holidays of 2017 when I was walking down the streets of my home country with my best friend. It was a beautiful sunset. We were just walking towards the market, talking about everything we wanted to talk about for the past few years because we barely made each other, except one topic that was suddenly brought up out of nowhere. He asked me this question. Have you ever wondered if the Prophet wrote the Quran himself while he was sitting in a cave for years? And this absolutely shook me to my core, this single question. I could feel my heart drop when I heard it because the previous 14, 15 years of my life, my iman was so strong that I could literally bet my life on the fact that when I die, I'm gonna go to either Jannah or Na'udhu Billah. But now that was all at stake. Suddenly I wasn't sure anymore. But I brushed it off because it was just shaitan. And I didn't think about it. Went back to Australia, never thought about it again. Except I did. My heart didn't forget. Fast forward 2 years, and my Iman is in a terrible state of despair. I honestly don't even know anything anymore. I'm so confused about Islam. I'm watching all these atheist videos online and it's getting to my head. And out loud, when I'm watching these videos that I keep watching for some reason, I'm saying, this is just garbage. What is he talking about? He doesn't know what he's talking about. Obviously, this isn't true. But deep down, it's like kind of getting to me. It's messing up with my mentality, with how I think about things. And the thing is, I was too scared to tell anyone because I thought that if I spoke about this issue to anyone for years, I thought that it would become real. And that's the problem. It was real. And chances are, if you're watching this video right now, your Iman is in a similar state and you think it's not real because you never talk about it. And that's why you're watching this video. But I'm not going to waste your time. I know exactly what you want from this video and I'm going to deliver to you. I always make a video where I start off with a story and then I do the best I can to provide the solution that helped me, and I know it will help you. So, if you follow this step-by-step guide, I promise you, your Iman is going to be a million times stronger and it will be stronger than it was before you ever had doubts in your life, and that is a guarantee. Without wasting any time, step number one, you have to stop being in denial. And you have to recognize, first of all, that you are in denial of this fact. Once you stop letting it stay in your heart all the time, you'll realize that finally you're making progress towards actually strengthening your iman. Because I promise you this, if you keep it within you, 100% of the time it will get worse. If you keep the problem within you, 100% of the time it will get worse. And trust me when I say, if you continue consuming garbage online, 100% of the time it will get worse, no matter what you tell yourself. Because if you keep that problem within you, it's just going to fester. So step one's pretty simple. You can literally do this right now by just acknowledging to yourself that I have this problem and I want to fix it. Step two is another recognition step, and that is to recognize that this is not an intellectual or a scientific problem that's been bothering you, no matter how much you may think it is, because I was in that trap for years. It makes so much sense, right? We could literally sit here for hours, countless hours, just talking about why Islam is truth because of this scientific miracle, this and this. We could talk about it for hours and you would believe it. You would be like, this makes total sense. And yet a few weeks later, you would come back and you would literally have the same doubts that you had before you received 100% of the proof. Because it's happened to me. I've literally gone to these conferences, these da'wah talks where they talk about top to bottom why God exists, why this is true, why this couldn't have been true, why the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was absolutely 100% not in a deluded state, which a lot of people like to believe that he is for some reason. I went to all these conferences and I would believe all of it. It would just make 100% sense. Obviously, all along, how could I have been so blind? This all makes sense to me, finally. And a few weeks later, I would be having the same doubts and it would just keep bothering me. It was like an endless cycle. My iman would go up, it would go down, it would go up, it would go down. But it would never reach the level that I wanted it to be. I would never believe as strongly as I wanted to, as I did when I was an innocent child. So how do you fix it? With step three, which is the most important thing, which is to understand this. You have one very clear objective evidence or objective guidance towards Allah. I would like to say guidance rather than evidence. and that is the Quran. You probably have it in your room right now, you probably have it on your phone. You definitely have very quick access to it. And if you were to open it right now and I asked you to read it, you would be able to, right? Maybe most of the time you've learned the Arabic, the way of reading Arabic and everything, so you can probably read it. And then if I told you what it means, you would be like, of course, well, the English translation is right there. So you start reading the English translation. But what if I told you that that's not doing what you think it's doing for you? You've been told your whole life that you're supposed to, that it's okay to just read the Quran in Arabic at most and just understand the English afterwards, understand the meaning later. Don't get me wrong, that is amazing. If you're reading the Quran in Arabic, even, it's extremely beneficial for you. But let me ask you this, what are you understanding? When you read the English translation, that's not what was revealed by God. That wasn't the words that were revealed by Allah to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It was the Arabic. And we all have been told that the eloquence of the Quran is in the Arabic language, in the way it was revealed, that no one till this day has been able to ever replicate. The English, of course, it's just English. People can get to that level. But the Arabic, the actual raw, authentic Quran, no one is able to replicate that. So why are you missing out on that? Why are you depriving yourself of that? But it's not as complicated as you think to get started. For me personally, the way that I got started with the Arabic language back in 2020, after I made dua to Allah to literally just guide me, a few months later, I suddenly gained an interest in learning the Arabic language. I was using this app, Duolingo, and I had 100-day streak on it just because it was just so interesting to me out of nowhere. I was learning so fast. I was absorbing Arabic everywhere on YouTube, on these apps, everywhere I went. I was just absorbing Arabic. It was so interesting to me. Before I knew it, in a matter of at most 6 months, I was at a level where when I went into Jamaat, Jumu'ah Salat, or Taraweeh or something, I was understanding the Quran as it was being recited out loud, not even written. I was understanding the Quran. 6 months. So tell me this before you take action, which is step 4. You've been suffering for years with this disease in your heart, and all it would take to fix it is 3 to 6 months of just passively learning the Arabic language. Is that not worth it? I know that the task of learning the Arabic language sounds so daunting, and it's like, am I really expected to learn an entire language just to fix my iman? But trust me, it's not that complicated. 3 to 6 months is of passive learning, not even full on learning. Passive learning is all you need to get yourself to the level where you're finally understanding the Quran, finally directly receiving the message from Allah. How amazing would that be? So here's your action step right now. Literally do this right now if you haven't. Go on the Play Store or the App Store and download an Arabic learning app. That could literally be Kalam, it could be Duolingo, or it could be any app of your choice, Quranly, anything. And the second thing you need to do is just go down and join my free community where you can get in personal touch with me and you'll get all the support you need from people that are at the same level as you and have had the same struggles as you. I hope this video helps you out, and inshallah, I will see you in the next one.